Scene one. Come on. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Armbar Nerds, our collective podcast featuring the Armbar Audio Boys, Tim Farley, John Kearns, and our good friend Sid the Nerdy Mark.
What's going on? What's going on? So, this is awesome. Good to see everybody, both y'all again. The Golden Girls are back and all whatnot. I was actually going to play the Golden Girls theme song as I introduced myself, but I didn't want y'all getting copyright strikes. So.
The FBI. They
I know,
love
right?
that shit.
They love that. SOPA and PIPA and all that good shit. Anyway,
right.
Yeah, we're going to try to stay as on topic as possible, but, you never know with three of us. But how are you boys doing?
Okay, you can hear us. You can hear
I'm
Sid.
doing
We're
good, man.
Yeah. I'm drinking a little protein shake because I literally just came back from work. So, I hope you guys don't mind. But
Okay.
You're always drinking something in your videos, Sid. We're used to it.
Look how good
Yeah,
it
I know.
looks. Look at that.
It looks
How
damn
is it?
good.
Looks damn good.
this is
Yeah.
No,
It's,
the video, you dip.
Oh, fuck you. I made this damn shake all by myself, and I'm like, here I thought you were praising my culinary expertise, but you got to go and be like, oh, the video's good.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
man,
threw
we
some
really-
powder into some
We
milk.
really look like protein shake people, huh, Sid?
Yeah,
I drank a whole tub of it in one day.
yeah.
He's so
Hey,
strong.
man.
He's so strong.
Pull up your pants. Hey, man, pull up your pants and do the muscle man dance.
All right. As you
John,
can see,
why are we here?
Why are we here? Why are we here? You ever wonder
I don't
why
know.
we're here? Red versus
I have
Blue.
no idea.
2009, I think.
What is our purpose in this world?
We are here to go over our personal list of the top 10 professional wrestling matches of the month of February in the year of our Lord, 2020. I forget where we heard that, but it made me laugh out
Now,
loud. I think
if
it
you
was,
were it was
who said
Warren.
it? It was Warren. Yeah, he did that.
Now, if you are very interested into knowing more about these matches, like the dates that they happened, if they're not presented on the screen, you could go to Cage Match or whatever it's called. It's called Cage Match. I don't know if it's .com or .net or whatever, and you can look it up there. Because frankly, we didn't write down all of the dates.
Yeah, most of the dates are pretty easy to find because most of these matches, full disclosure, are from pay-per-view and special events.
Yeah.
There we go. So, top 10 matches. We're going to get right into it. No screwing around.
Oh, don't we want to do honorable mentions?
Oh, yeah, we do want to do honorable mentions. And while we're doing that,
yeah.
I will move these down because
Pull that
I
up.
forgot to.
So, Sid, tell us your honorable mentions for the month of February.
So, one of my honorable mentions, the first one is definitely, hold on one sec. It's going to be Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. Just because it was a kind of a dream match for me, and it's something that I've wanted to see for a while, and finally got it on NXT, and it was actually really good, despite the fact that Charlotte Flair wins, because apparently Triple H has acquired his father-in-law's taste of tall blonde women with big boobs. But anyway,
Right.
but it was a good match because both these women are extremely kind of like powerhouses, and they can go, for how much ever long that they have to go and whatnot. So, it was just a good balance of styles for me, and it was great. And on a side note, I think that Bianca Belair has really nice teeth. Anyway, the other one that I want to say is Angel Garza.
Oh, said you paused.
NXT. I forget which.
What was it?
Say that again. You paused a little bit.
Oh, I said Angel Garza versus Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Right. Yeah, that match was great.
Absolutely.
That was a good match. I mean, it's a bunch of two cruiserweights. They do the flippy shit, as the smarks like to say it, and it was good, man. I don't know what else to say. Go watch the damn match. And the next match that I want to say, my third and final match, was actually from AEW this time, not from NXT. It's Yuka Sakazaki versus Hikaru Shida versus Shana versus Big Swole. I thought this, in my opinion, I think that this was the best women's match that AEW has put out on TV, or in general. I mean, you're welcome to disagree. That's fine. But personally, this is what I thought. And, you know, it just showed the 4 different styles. I love seeing Sakazaki and Shida kind of doing like the shoot style kind of wrestling in there. And, of course, Shana and Big Swole do what they got to do. And I must say, Shana is a babe, and she likes Dragon Ball Z. So if there are any beautiful, slim, thick women out there who like Dragon Ball Z, slide into my DMs. They're open.
No, you gotta say hit me up like Sammy G.
No, I was saying it like Joey Janela, the god, the real god, Joey Janela. He says, "Hit me, slide into my DMs."
Oh, we don't know the real god is Alanis Morissette. Come on, no, or Morgan Freeman, depending on what movie you like.
Yeah.
So our honorable mentions, we came up with 3 together. Number 1, Pac versus Orange Cassidy from Revolution. Now, the reason this isn't on the main list is because this type of match would appeal to a niche market of wrestling fans.
And honestly, 10 is a short list. We could have easily made a top 20 if we wanted to.
Yeah.
This was a great match. We got to see a little bit of what Orange Cassidy can actually do in the ring, and we were not disappointed in it.
He tried.
He tried. Yeah, when he tries.
It was fantastic. It was one of the better matches on that card.
The next match we're going to touch on is from NXT TakeOver Portland. It was for the North American title. It was Keith Lee defending against Donovan Dijakovic. Dominic? Is it Dominic?
Yeah, Dominic.
Yeah, they keep changing his name.
But wait, before y'all talk about the match, I have a question.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, who is he? Who's that champ I see? Rhetorical question, because y'all both know the answer.
Keith Lee!
That's Keith Lee. God, I love this team. Anyway, go ahead.
This was a big hoss fight. They pulled out every stop. I loved how they did like a Japanese spot where they kept wrist control of each other and kept lariating each other.
Yeah.
I loved the respect after the fact. John, anything to say about this one?
A lot of good spots in this match, obviously. You had Dominic hitting big moonsaults like he's known to do. Keith Lee just being a freaking monster like he is.
Yeah, and flipping out at choke slams. Our third honorable mention is the also from TakeOver Portland, the Broserweights against the Undisputed Era. Now, I was very heavily I wanted this on the top 10, but there was too many good matches in February. This match was amazing. All 4 competitors fired on all cylinders. It was so good. We've done reviews for it. Go check them out if you haven't already. The Broserweights dethroned the Undisputed Era.
Yeah. And they've held the titles ever since and have continued to provide us with awesome sports entertainment and awesome comedy.
Yes. Not Awesome Kong.
Awesome Kong. She's busy.
They smoked the competition.
They did. They smoked the competition.
While Bobby Fish is still trying to learn how to fry fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering how much he could do that for.
If he could.
Right.
So, moving in to the top 10. Are you boys ready?
Yes, sir.
The viewers at home ready? I hope so, because we're going anyway. Here we go.
Yep.
We're diving right in.
Yep.
Number 10. The number 10 match. From the new beginning in Osaka, Jon Moxley defending his still held United States Championship against the one and only, the King, Minoru Suzuki. Tim, what do you got to say about it?
This was just a beat down. They threw guardrails at each other. They dueled with guardrails and chairs. They went crazy.
Oh, they sure did.
It was beautiful. Beautiful. A beautiful match. Moxley ended up winning said match, I think, by either choking Suzuki out or hitting a Death Rider. One or the other.
I think he hit the Death Rider, yeah.
He hit the Death Rider? Okay, he
I believe
choked
so.
somebody else out recently. Man, it was fantastic.
Yeah. Sid, what do you got?
So I did not watch the full match, but I did see the highlights. And yeah, what I saw was just
So you watched the whole match?
Pretty much, yeah. I watched the whole match. But yeah, no, I watched the highlights for real. But it was great, man. Like you said, the sword fighting. Well, I'm sorry, the chair fighting and the guardrail fighting was great. I think this is just a match made in heaven or hell, depending on how you look at it. I just wish that there were 2 lightsabers under there. Then we could have played Duel of the Fates while they were fighting. Anyway, yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, you're gonna get some nerd references from me. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
That's why we keep bringing you.
yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. So, what was I saying? Yeah, and it was absolutely brutal. And the fact is, it was so brutal. You didn't need to give them like the whole no holds barred stipulation or whatever. I mean, they don't give a shit. They'll just go kill each other.
We were gonna get it anyway, especially
For sure.
if Red Shoes was the referee.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
we're looking at match number 9. Well, not match number 9, but the 9th match, or on the top 10.
You get it.
I don't know how to say this.
Yes, we get it.
I've never
It's
thought
okay.
about that before. We're talking about from Impact's short stint down Mexico this past month. El Hijo de Vikingo, now just going simply by Vikingo, versus TJP.
Now, every time I see Vikingo, whether it's on AAA or on Impact, I'm thinking, why doesn't this guy get his visa? Because he would be in PWG. They'd probably sign him in AEW. Who knows? The guy is one of the best X Division cruiserweight, light heavyweights, whatever you want to call it, in the world right now. And every time Impact goes to Mexico, they utilize him. He also had a great match with Josh Alexander, which happened in late January. But this was an Impact Instant Classic. It had submissions. It had reversals. It had springboards and slingshots. I mean, it was fantastic from top to bottom. TJP did win with a submission after he tried to powerbomb Vikingo. Vikingo went for a Rana, and then he escaped the Rana and put in an STF. So Impact's still putting out some good quality matches.
Yeah. Sid, go for it.
Yeah, I think this one and the next match we're going to talk about, the last 3 matches on our list, I just saw the highlights. Yeah, I mean, as you all know, Impact is like my favorite promotion, and but you know, it was good to see that, and I just got to say, like, more than the match, I just want to shut up. Anyway,
Are you memeing?
Wait, what?
Are you memeing right now?
Yeah. Am I memeing?
Yeah.
I don't know. No. Anyway, no, I created a meme. Remember that jump? Yeah. Anyway, so but
yeah, your other meme is Impact is my favorite promotion.
Yeah.
yeah, that's my meme. All right, I have a couple of them now. They all need to be T-shirts. Anyway, but so I think it's just cool to see someone like TJP, who is a very talented professional wrestler,
Yeah.
being utilized much better outside of the machine, outside of WWE. I mean, like again, it's it's a tale as old as time. Guy from the Indies comes to WWE, thinks he's gonna make it big, but then they completely underutilize him, and then boom, he goes out and he blows up, or she, either I don't discriminate, but and that's the whole thing, and I think it's just I'm just glad to see that TJP is in a much better place than he was about a year ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Number 8 on the top 10 list.
The number 8 match from the New Beginning in Sapporo. It was Hirooki Goto against Shingo Takagi. Shingo Takagi going for the never openweight title and achieving that goal. Tim.
This was a hard-hitting hoss fight affair. A lot of lariats, a lot of pumping bombers, a lot of GTRs. Shingo ended up winning with the last of the dragon. We got reversals out of GTRs, and it was just... If you haven't seen this match, if you haven't seen any of these matches, you have to go watch them. But this match was awesome because Shingo has been so good for so long. He was in Dragon Gate USA. I mean, I remember when I first seen him in 2010, I believe, against Bryan Danielson, after Daniel Bryan choked Justin Roberts on the air and got fired in a DG USA match. And I've been following him since. And now he's in Japan's top promotion, and he's holding a title.
He's also in one of their top factions.
Yes,
Like,
and he's bringing more legitimacy to the never openweight title because he's already defended it and won, which is almost unheard of for that title.
Yeah, a lot of first defense losses with the never openweight title, but not here. Mm-hmm. Sid.
Yeah. So as I've mentioned, and I'll keep saying it, Hirooki Goto is one of the most underrated talents, like, in all of wrestling. From whatever I've seen of him, he's always just impressed me, which is why I spell it GOAT-O, Goto.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good match. This was kind of a dream match for me, actually. I've wanted to see these two clash, and we finally did. Sucks that my daddy, Hirooki, didn't win. But, yeah, Hirooki's my dad. He didn't win, but it's okay, because I liked this match. It was fantastic, and Tim basically just took the words out of my mouth with everything. It was hard hitting. It was kind of nail biting. Counter after counter, and it was impressive. Again, New Japan continuing to put on some great matches, and just really showing what professional wrestling is all about. So amazing stuff there.
Yeah, I'd say this match and that match and Shingo's and their tag match where Shingo and Evil teamed up against Ishii and Goto. That match also
the New Beginning,
incredible.
New Year's Dash.
That happened in January, so that was If we had done one of these videos, we planned on it, but shit didn't work out. It happens.
Yeah.
But that was going to be one of the matches for January. Moving on to number 7, we've got from TakeOver Portland, Johnny Gargano against the newly evil Finn Balor.
Sid?
Oh, Sid's going first?
I was doing the guns, but I campaigned for this match to be on the list, and it got in. So I basically thought, ever since Balor came back to NXT, turned heel, he's still definitely doing some good, like, highly athletic stuff in the ring.
Right.
But I see that his style has drastically changed to being a little bit more like matter of fact, and I appreciate that from Balor. honestly, for me, this match was felt like a very stripped down, bare bones wrestling match. There was no flash. There was no any grandiose thing, any grandeur about it. There was no there was not a gimmick match. Nothing. It was just a pure wrestling match between two amazing technicians, and of course Gargano foreshadowing what would happen after towards the end of the event with his Carnage themed cosplay. That was awesome, but it was a good match. I think this definitely was like the sleeper hit of Takeover Portland. So I loved it. Please watch this match. Do yourself a favor if you have not.
Yeah.
I loved how much Finn Balor made Gargano look like a little bitch after the bell was ringing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like him just like sticking his nuts in his face and like rubbing his face into the mat was fantastic. Heel Finn Balor.
You're just pissed at him. That's all.
No, like heel Finn Balor is awesome.
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah.
This was one of the standouts from TakeOver Portland, obviously. With takeovers, there's usually only 5 or 6 matches, so to have one that stands out ahead of a pack of only that few matches is really impressive. And with takeover events, it's usually every match. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
so
usually.
This one definitely worth watching if you haven't. Number 6, we're getting into one of my favorites on the list, one of my favorite matches this year so far, I would say. We're talking about from AEW's Revolution, which came in just under the wire on February 29th on Leap Day. We are talking about Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. Tim, you go first.
Darby and Sammy are perfect for each other. The match didn't start for like we watched 5 to 7 minutes of action before the match officially started. These two just had amazing chemistry. It was a fast-paced match, but it wasn't so fast that you couldn't figure out what was going on. John?
Yeah, this was probably my favorite Darby match so far. Definitely my favorite Sammy G match. Really great showing for the Inner Circle in this match, even in loss. Sammy Guevara is going to be somebody, and he's going to get there by continuing to listen to Jericho, listen to Santana and Ortiz, listen to Jake Hager, just absorb everything that he possibly can from this group. And he's in a great group. He's in a group with people with varying styles, varying experience levels, and it's done wonders for him already. And Darby Allin is already achieving Seth Rollins level reactions from this crowd, from these crowds. He is one of AEW's top stars already. And I would say he's probably their first real homegrown megastar that wasn't made somewhere else. Sid, what do you got?
Yeah, I remember I was watching this match with my sister, and my sister is actually a huge Darby mark now. So I guess trained her well. I don't know, but it was I could not be more than impressed with this match. Like my God, again another pretty. If you think about it, it's also another kind of like a lot like Gargano Balor. Very stripped down, bare bones kind of a match. And honestly, those are some of my favorite matches. Just pure athleticism going on.
Tell the story in the ring.
Tell us the story in the ring. Yeah, and I mean, like, I'll tell you this. I mean, absolutely, Sammy Guevara was being a dick. I mean, that's his thing. That's his shtick. And like, but Darby just being kind of like just kind of being like a underdog in a sense in this match. It was great, man. I loved it. I would feel like, I mean, maybe I may be reaching, but I feel like Darby Allin could very well, and it's not just because he paints his face, but he could very well be a second coming of Sting if they book it like that.
I see him more like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. That too. But no, like,
he's very Hardy-ish.
Yeah, that's true. But I think because the fact that he's a little bit more of a darker character and he's kind of fighting a big faction, which is basically just leading the charge at AEW. Like, I feel in that sense.
Right.
I see.
He's almost become an honorary member of the Elite, with as much as he's gone against the inner circle.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Darby won because it serves Sammy right for putting milk first in cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychopath. Terrorist. We're going.
I'm sorry, but if you do milk first, I don't know what to say, man. If you
yeah.
You're now entering the top five.
And what a top 5 it is. We're kicking it off with some more New Japan action. Little teaser. A little tease. We've got New Beginning in Osaka. IWGP Junior Heavyweight title was on the line when Hiromu Takahashi, the return of my spirit animal, against Ryu Lee, formerly known as Dragon Lee. Now he's Ryu Lee. First of all, congratulations to the brother of Ryu Lee, Rush, who just became the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Yes. This match was off the walls bonkers. Like, they slapped each other's chests for like a good 2 straight minutes or 3 straight minutes.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Just the athleticism here. The junior division in New Japan puts 205 Live and the Cruiserweights on NXT to bed. Like, it's so much more prestigious. The matches mean much more, and the way that they're produced is booked is much better.
Yeah.
Sid, do you have anything to say?
Just wanted to say, since Hiromu Takahashi returned from injury, I think he's just been showing that he hasn't missed a step. And again, like his performance at Wrestle Kingdom last couple of months ago proved it. Here he did a good job here as well, a great job here as well. And I'm just excited to see more Hiromu. I've seen some of his older matches too. But I'm just excited to get more into this guy, and looks like he might be challenging Naito for the heavyweight title.
Yeah,
so
they wanted.
It's tradition.
It is tradition. They
Right.
wanted to do it at the anniversary show, but unfortunately, with the ongoing threat of COVID-19, the coronavirus, all of New Japan's shows for March are canceled.
Yeah,
and we don't know.
John was
crying.
I was.
It should be stated here that a great piece of storytelling in the match. The move that Hiromu got injured on for a year and a half to 2 years was the Phoenix Plex from said Ryu Lee. Yeah. And they teased it a couple of times, and the crowd gasped. And it was just great storytelling.
It was crazy. I've never heard. We've all heard crowds go from cheering to booing in no time at all, but from a crowd being loud and into a match to going dead quiet that fast was very telling, and just shows how well done it was.
Yep. Number 4.
Numero 4. Numero 4. We're going... What is it? Revolution! the main event of Revolution. Le
Yep.
Champion, Chris Jericho. I believe they called him the greatest wrestler to ever come from Canada. Against Jon Moxley, who was referred to. What I'm talking about here is Justin Roberts was handed cards by the competitors for this match. So he had to read whatever was on those cards. Jon Moxley's card said, "Fighting out of Las Vegas, the pride of the east side of Cincinnati. He is zero," and then Justin stopped himself and said, "I'll have to paraphrase this. He is zero F's given Jon Moxley." That's how he announced Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
So
That was great.
this match was awesome. The reason this match is not higher is because the matches in the 1, 2, and 3 spots are,
Better.
I'd say, observably better in ring. This match, however, probably would take the top spot if we were going over moments of the month. With Jon Moxley finally dethroning Le Champion, who was the first and only AEW World Champion so far. That moment was amazing.
Jon Moxley is now the youngest AEW champion of all time.
He is. That's true.
Yeah, for sure.
Sid.
So, this match also had some storytelling in it.
Why?
It felt... Here's why. Anyway, so... Sorry, copyright infringement. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me with your big bicep, Simon Miller. Anyway, but... Yeah, I know. Anyway, yeah, Tim's like, what the hell are you two
Slap
laughing
your
about?
head.
Anyway.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, he's in. He's into it now.
I know.
You buy wrong. You buy wrong.
Oh, nice. Big, boldy Boston Baron Coleman. All right. Okay. So, I liked... It felt like an 80s action movie, honest to God.
Yeah, Moxley is the second
hero.
longest reigning world champion as well.
That's true. That too. But no, Moxley, he, of course, he had the whole story with the eye patch.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of Kurt Russell from Escape from New York, first of all. Snake Plissken / Solid Snake from the Metal Gear Solid games, whatever you want to call it, whichever you prefer. And then while he was fighting Jericho, you had his guys, his lapdogs, basically, Inner Circle coming in, trying to ruin Moxley's shit. But he overcomes the odds and finally gets to the goal. That's like the hallmark of some good storytelling. I mean, it writes itself. It's the traditional good versus evil kind of a match, even though and that's the thing. Moxley reminds me of like an 80s action hero. He's not like a he's not like like a Boy Scout.
Yeah,
but
he's not a good guy.
No, he's not. He's the guy. Oh, sorry, wrong promotion. I forgot.
Oh no.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, Vince is gonna have a heart attack if I say that. Anyway,
You're draining Tim's life force by the second.
I'm sorry. I should be draining Vince's life force by the second.
Right, but look at him.
Yeah. Damn it! What the hell
Number
is Ambrose
3.
doing?
Are you going to talk about the match?
Wait, hold on.
You did?
So yeah, it was great. I loved it, and I'm glad Moxley won. The right guy won.
Right.
That's all.
Right guy won. I will say that.
Yeah.
And
Great post-match.
lifetime
Promo.
Jericho fan, the right guy won.
Yep.
Oh. Hey, what the fuck? I love that part.
Hey, what the fuck?
That was great.
And then just keep talking. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was
Showed
awesome.
so much of what Moxley is. It was so good.
Yep.
Number 3, we're going back to Portland. We're talking about Adam Cole Bebe versus Tommaso Ciampa.
What? An NXT match is better than an AEW match? You three are a bunch of WWE marks.
Yeah, I know. It's sad.
Wait till you
It's sad.
see 2 and 1.
Wait till you see number 1. They're gonna fucking love that.
Yeah.
Here's something we talked about in the Jericho Moxley match where Moxley overcame all of Jericho's minions of the Inner Circle
Right.
to obtain the title.
Mm-hmm.
Tommaso Ciampa did just that with the Era.
Yeah.
But somebody else fucked it up.
Yeah.
Johnny Failure.
Oh, Johnny Failure. Harsh.
But this match had every spot you could think of from both of these men. Like I said, the Undisputed Era tried to get involved, but Ciampa was having none of it. John or Sid want to take over from here?
John, go ahead.
I will say this probably would have been number 2 if we would have gotten the moment with Ciampa getting the title back.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
If Ciampa would have gotten the title back and then Johnny attacked him, totally different story. Totally different feeling coming out of the show.
Yes.
But can't deny that it was a damn good match and worthy of this number 3 spot. So,
Yep. Yeah, I pretty much, you guys kind of covered everything I had to say, but I will say, like you said, the technical brilliance in this match. I would say both these guys are technicians in a way. I mean, Ciampa does some great moves, as does Cole. I mean, we all know that, but yeah, for sure. I mean, Daddy Ciampa, man, Daddy Ciampa. Anyway, Daddy's still home, by the way. So, but I just thought this was a long time coming, and like you said, my only gripe was that Johnny Gargano had to come out and cost the match for Ciampa so that they could have this feud, because Triple H just can't let it go. He's like, we need a definitive finish for the feud. Okay, sorry.
right.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like I think that was the only gripe that I had. The only thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like Gargano Ciampa 4, it's going to be a good match, absolutely.
Yeah.
But did we need it? No.
It's not that it's a bad thing.
No.
Or
it's just not now.
Did we need
exactly not
yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
But the only yeah, go ahead.
We need it. We do need it. I need it, but I need it maybe at TakeOver Tampa, not before that. Or maybe in the build to TakeOver Tampa.
Last week on NXT, Johnny Gargano threw Ciampa on the TakeOver Tampa logo.
Yeah,
so symbolism
would have been better.
There you go.
Do it.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah, that would have worked. But I mean, one good thing that'll come out of it is we'll get to see Gargano now dress up as Marvel villains instead of Marvel heroes, and that'll be cool. So I just hope he dresses up as Dr. Octopus or something like that in his next. Yeah, that would be cool. He's already did Carnage, so
yeah,
Number 2.
Carnage. Yeah. Anyway,
match number 2 from AEW Dynamite.
Last week's 30-minute Iron Man match between Kenny Omega and the Bastard Pac. Excalibur said that this was the best wrestling match to air on TNT.
And Tony Schiavone agreed with him.
And Tony was there throughout all of WCW Nitro.
Yeah.
And I'd have to agree as well. This match was just 2 of the best pure athletes, 2 of the best pure wrestlers
I'm just looking
in
at
the
it now.
game.
It's an awesome graphic.
Yeah, in the game.
it is.
Just putting on a hell of a match for the people. It was so good. So good.
It was.
Yeah, go ahead, Sid.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was great, and the fact that it was the opener of Dynamite last week. It was like the opener to the Go Home show. Yeah. And I think that in the beginning, I'm just like, why would you do that there? Why couldn't you do that like before the weigh-in and everything? But, I mean, if you want to build up your show, this is how you do it. If you want to build up your very preview, you give us a freaking classic of a match.
Yeah, and when you're a show or a company as fresh as AEW, you don't have the pull, I'd say, to mess with time slots like WWE does. So if you have a match that you know has to go 30 minutes, you want to get that out of the way.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but
and
keep going, Ted.
Yeah, and then like the table spots. Oh my god, those were brutal. My only gripe with it was that I do wish that one of them got the second fall before the time ended. Like if Kenny won when there was like 3 seconds left and he got 1, 2, 3, and right at the last.
Oh, that place would have exploded.
That would have been awesome. But I mean, they did the sudden death thing, whatever. Yeah. But I think that's. I mean, I don't know I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's the only reason why it's kind of number 2 and maybe not number 1.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd say
actually, no. Our number 1 match. Even if they did that, it probably wouldn't be number 1, but it definitely would have had a better impact on the crowd, and the crowd, like you said, would have lost their shit, and it would have been great. But that's the only thing I have to say. But like, I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, like, come on, it's Omega and Pac, and
right.
I mean, that's all you got. That's all I got to say. You know, go watch the match again. Yeah, watch all these matches, please. Do yourself a favor.
Number 1 is not just the number 1 match for February. It is a match of the year candidate and possibly right now the match of the year for me.
You want to do a drum roll?
I'd have to agree. Do a drum roll, Tim. AEW Revolution. The AEW World Tag Team Championships were on the line when Kenny Omega and Hangman Page defended against 2 other members of the Elite, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. This match is
layers.
Mm-hmm. If you're an aspiring wrestler or just someone looking to get into wrestling and you want to understand how storytelling should be used in wrestling, watch this match. Watch it over and over again.
Take notes.
Yeah, there was so many layers of story being told here. Where would Kenny lie? How far would the Bucks go?
Pretty far.
Though they went far enough to get booed 3 times. What would Hangman Adam Page do? Where did he feel he fit in? And he ended up winning the match for Omega and himself.
Yeah.
And he did the callback to Marty Scurll. And when Omega couldn't hit the one-winged angel, he did.
Yeah.
And then at the end, Sid, we saw something, and Kenny Omega saw something after Omega reconciled with the Bucks. What did we see, Sid?
We saw Hangman looking like he was getting ready to hit Kenny with a buckshot lariat. Like he was in position, and then Kenny turned around he just held the ropes open. Yeah. And I said this in my review of Revolution, but it did remind me a lot of in New Japan where Cody held the ropes for Kenny, but then pulled him in and hit the crossroads.
Right.
And like I was half expecting something like that. So again, and I think I read something on Twitter. I think Jack the Jobber of Cultaholic, he said it the best. He said they did a lot. They didn't do much, but they did so much, or something along those lines. And yeah, like I was like on the edge of my seat throughout this match, me and my sister both. And like I just didn't know what was gonna happen. I was like, oh my god, this is it. They're gonna turn Bucks are gonna turn heel, or if the Bucks take the titles off of Kenny and Page, Page is absolutely going to clobber the shit out of Kenny. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself when that turn eventually happens. Whoever turns, like I don't know what I'll do with myself, honest to God. So like, oh my god, this was.
What if Kenny turns?
That would be the biggest freaking swerve of the century.
Because Kenny's seen as such a good guy for such a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
That like it would be the one, because we're all talking about the Bucks turning and Paige turning.
Yeah.
But what if Omega saw that he was going to do the buckshot lariat, realized that Paige didn't want to be a part of the team, didn't want to be a part of the Elite anymore, and he he just cuts it off
on Dynamite tonight. Dynamite's happening in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
If we see Hangman in the ring and he gets hit from behind with a V-trigger
or Kotaro Crusher,
just, man, I don't know.
I don't know what I'll do with myself.
Personal favorite moment from the match, favorite storytelling moment was, now, going into this match, it was very clear, especially once the match started, that the problem in the Elite, and this was pointed out by some of the people that I was watching with, the major problem seems to be mostly between Hangman and Matt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, throughout the course of this match, we saw the Bucks do things that got them booed by the crowd.
Yes.
The worst of which was when they hit Kenny Omega with the golden trigger.
The golden trigger, yep.
And went for the pin, and Omega kicked out at 1 in a fit of rage and punched the mat over and over again with his fist, and just looked the most angry, legit I've ever seen somebody look. It was so well done. Mm-hmm. And that crowd went berserk when Kenny was punching the ring mat.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, the Golden Trigger is the finishing move of the Golden Lovers, which is a tag team composed of real-life lovers.
Pretty sure.
We don't know for sure, but at least 2 people that genuinely care about each other and care about each other's well-being. Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega.
Yep.
That is not something that I thought I would see the Bucks do.
No.
Especially when they were all in New Japan, the Bucks were Kenny's corner guys for pretty much his whole career.
Hell, they were in his corner for the Pac match.
They were in his corner for the Iron Man match on Dynamite last week. So, but yeah, so that just, the storytelling. And Hangman and Omega retaining over the Bucks, who they both referred to as the best tag team in the world right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Last thoughts, boys. Last thoughts. People want to watch Dynamite and NXT. Last thoughts.
Tim, go ahead.
That's our list for February. We will be coming out with more every month, and we will do a year-end list as usual. NXT tonight should be great. 2 steel cage matches.
2 steel cage matches.
Yeah, Velveteen and Strong, and Kai against Tegan Knox. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And then Dynamite should be great. Their main event is Chris Jericho and Sammy G against Darby Allin and Moxley.
Yeah,
we're
getting the debut of Lance Archer tonight.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Also,
possibly Brody Lee.
They're
kind of teasing that.
Also, like big 8-man tag match: SCU and Colt Cabana versus Porter.
Yeah.
Y'all think we're gonna see the Exalted one, or they're gonna wait on that?
I don't know. I'm hoping we see it soon. I think teases from Evil Uno are getting to be a little repetitious.
And we saw Free of the Delete. If you saw Free of the Delete, big, something big. That's all I gotta say. And no, you saw BTE.
I'll
and
say
Free
it.
the-
I'll say it on free the delete today.
Wait.
The
The precursor. Sorry, the precursor was
yeah.
Matt Jackson got a phone call on BTE, and then he said, "Oh, we're not going home right now. We still got something to do."
Yeah, they got a
And-
call from a 910 area code, which, after a quick Google, I found out is the area code of Cameron, North Carolina, home of the Hardys. So on Free the Delete, which is Matt Hardy's YouTube series, today, the Bucks of Youth, the Young Bucks, were there.
I knew they'd come.
I knew they'd come as well. And, yeah. Oh, it's 8 p.m. Good night, Brian. So, yeah. Enjoy NXT or AEW, whichever one you're watching first. That's what DVR's for, you know?
Yeah.
Say your mic. It's exploded.
What? Oh, sorry.
Your mic-
that was because. Is it good now?
Yeah. Go ahead,
Okay,
sign
yeah,
off.
no.
Where can they find you?
Oh, yeah, youtube.com / the nerdy mark. My own NXT AEW review is coming out this week, either tomorrow or Friday.
Ours will be tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can. So, anime review, I don't know if I'll do one this weekend, but I will try. Also, thinking about doing a fantasy booking series on my channel. That should be good. You'll need to give me some time for that. So, yeah, just trying to do something different on my channel and whatnot, and that's it. And so, again, Tim John, this has been fun, as always, when we get together as the Armbar Nerds, a.k.a. the Golden Girls. You know, it's always a good time, you know. Yeah, again, I wish I could play the Golden Girls theme, but, you know, that's not going to be good for either of us, all three of us. So, anyway.
Right.
But, yeah, that was our show. Thank y'all for watching, and go watch those matches. That's your
Go
homework.
watch 'em.
Yeah. Take notes.
All right, Tim, it's time to sign off.
Oh, I already did it. I did the
You already
peace
did
and
it?
love.
Well,
Yeah.
say it.
All right. Wherever you are in the world, whether it's morning, noon, or night, you have a great one, and peace and love to all of you. Bang!
Good night, folks.